Well, to discuss this, let's bring in Deputy Representative of the UNHCR, Mr. Roger Holo. He joins me now to discuss this. Thank you so much for joining us on a day like this. This year's theme is Every Action Counts. Can you please tell us more about this?
Thank you for having me, and good evening to your viewers. Dealing with refugees and dealing with IDPs, you need to bring more than one person to do what is need to be done. Government alone cannot do everything that refugee needs, IDP needs. You need to bring together the government, the private sector. You need also to bring on board individuals, host communities, in order to be able to have provided the responses that we need for the IDPs.
But you know that wars and natural disasters don't cease, and the problem of the planet, of course, isn't making things easier. Because, you know, in Africa alone, fighting in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the northern part of Nigeria, Burkina Faso, have also all contributed to the number of refugees in the world. But what really is the hope of the refugee in today's world?
The hope of the refugees are people like me, like yourself, the host communities. We have always to tell this story. When there is a crisis, when the refugee cross into a country, or when IDP move from their villages and reach a community, most of the time the government is not present. Most of the time the UN is not present. Most of the time the NGOs are not present. It is the host community that on the front line that provide the first assistance to IDPs and refugees when they are moving. So there's hope. And as we speak, you have global attention on the refugee issues. You heard about the Refugee Global Forum last year in December, and you have all these commitments. So we have hope that despite the very, very bad situation we are seeing in the northern part of Nigeria, we see in DRC, we see in Cameroon, there's a hope for refugees, there's a hope for IDPs, there's also hope for stateless persons.
But if you look at, let's look at how today, for instance, is helping to secure certain basic rights for these persons, you know, in spite of in spite that they are being forced out of their own environment for factors that are not of their own making. How is the UN, you know, creating that, securing that basic rights for these persons?
Especially for UNHCR, that is a protection agency, yeah. Our mandate is really to ensure that IDPs, stateless persons, refugees enjoy their rights. And in doing that, we work together with government, we work with NGOs, we work with civil society organizations to ensure that those rights are known, they are promoted, and they are also protected. And when the right is violated, we also ensure that there's access to justice so that remedies is provided.
Very interesting point there. Deputy Representative of the UNHRC, Mr. Roger Holo, thank you so much for joining us.